Because I'm the kind of person to test things before I blatantly claim that something's overpowered, I decided to put sidearms head to head and see which one is truly the best. To obtain the numbers featured in this video, I decided to get together 7 friends and meet in the competitive playlist where we perpetually stalled a survival game to obtain all these numbers. We used a Darcy to confirm the distance, and then jotted down each individual number. To nobody's surprise, the Last Hope ends up being the best in almost every single category. Also keep in mind that I'm not accounting for submachine guns, which are, in fact, faster at certain distances. I didn't mark those exact distances down because nobody's going to have a rangefinder in PvP to pick a specific distance to battle a sidearm. As you can see by the chart on your screen, the Last Hope beats the Rattler and Dead Man Walking in every single distance category for the optimal time to kill. That's as many headshots and as few body shots as possible. But if you only count body shots, again, the Last Hope is faster. I even went as far to see which one has the fastest melee combo. And again, it's the Last Hope. If you only came here for information, you pretty much got what you want, so I'm going to talk about solutions to fixing this problem. And I'm more on the buff side of things, but I think in this particular case, a nerf will open up more options for weapons. First and foremost, on the Omelon sidearms, they need to have a hipfire reduction. The accuracy cannot be as good as it is from the hip. If you do this, the Last Hope won't be the choice, it'll be a choice, because then the Atana sidearm, which has an increased hipfire perk, will be useful. And on contrast, the Last Dance has a perk which improves its ADS. So you could say, do I want a hipfire? Use the Atana. Do I want an ADS? Use the Last Dance. Or do I want to do a little bit of both? Use the Last Hope. One important thing to mention about Omelon sidearms is that they are burst weapons, meaning that if you're in cover, you can peek out, shoot, and during the burst delay, go back into cover so you don't take damage. Knowing this, it's a very questionable design choice why the Omelon sidearms are the best at every single category in the first place, when if you use cover, they're even better. So I've already proposed to nerf hipfire, but I also think if you nerf damage by around 1.5 per bullet, it'll equal out to something that makes other sidearms more desirable at certain ranges. The reason I settled on 1.5 versus 2 is because I don't know the exact rounding of bullets anyway, because Bungie doesn't give us that information. You see a solid number. You don't see 27.3, you see 27. Or you don't see 26.8, you might see 27. I see you guy in the comments typing it up right now. We can't nerf things, we need to buff things, but in this case, I don't think a buff is warranted. Like, if we buff the other sidearms to be faster than the Last Hope, then sidearms are the clear choice and submachine guns are rendered useless. Or I suppose we could go for a big drastic change and not only buff the other sidearms, but also buff submachine guns. But if that was done, then we'd have to reassess the range values on auto rifles and hand cannons because submachine guns will start to touch that range. So rather than make Bungie completely overhaul the Crucible, why not just nerf the Last Hope? And I know, that word has a stigma. Oh my gosh, nerf the Last Hope. But I mean, when you really look at it, we're talking like a 5% nerf to damage and a 15 to 25% nerf to hipfire. And if this nerf is successful, you're going to see other Omelon sidearms, not just the Last Hope. You'll see other sidearms, and you'll see other submachine guns. The Last Hope won't be the clear optimal choice in every single scenario. In addition to an Omelon sidearm nerf, I'd like to see a buff of the Vice sidearms by less than 1%. If the damage is increased by less than 1%, you'll see a difference in the time it takes to melee combo somebody with 4 resilience. And again, it opens up more options. Your Omelon sidearms are now no longer the king of the melee combo, Vice sidearms are now the king of the melee combo. Omelon sidearms, you need to abuse cover if you want to have a faster exposed TTK. And then, the Suros sidearms will just be the average in between the two. I can't really decide if I feel like meleeing people, or feel like shooting them traditionally with the sidearm. Now I have to also stress that even though the Omelon beats the other sidearms in every single category, the Rattler has a perk that the Omelon sidearms do not have, in the form of kill clip. So when we're talking multiple opponents, the Rattler wins. But that's very specific and assuming that you even have enough health to engage again. Otherwise you just lose the kill clip. So to recap, I think Omelon sidearms are too good. The numbers show that they are the best in every single category, and I suggested very simple nerfs. 1.5 damage per bullet loss, which is around a 5% loss of damage, around a 15 to 25% nerf to hipfire, and then you buff the Vice sidearms by 1%. We could go even a step further and make the Suros sidearms have 1 or 2 extra bullets in the magazine. If you enjoyed the video, agree with the changes and so forth, please share this video around the internet, post it on Destiny forums, Reddit, whatever, and hopefully the Crucible will have a little bit more options when it comes to gun choice.